What's good, Nayla? Man, what's good? Peace, y'all. I just want to talk about this real quick. Good grand rising, good afternoon, all that stuff. I got to grab some gas real quick, but this new case, Ma'Khia Bryant, is very similar to me to our Milwaukee case of Antoine Springer. And people can talk about Ma'Khia having a knife, but I just shared a live of her sister talking about what happened and the circumstances. Oh, so Ohio has stand your ground, and she was really. So, Ohio, are we sure about that? Because then they should not have shot her. They should not have shot her. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Antoine Springer, his family was being assaulted. A bunch of older people were being assaulted by a group of people at their home on their dad's 80th birthday. And Antoine Springer was a legally blind man. He went in the house and got a gun because they were being jumped and assaulted. They had called the police numerous times. He goes outside, shoots the gun in the air, and the police run up and kill him. So this case, it just brings me back to Antoine Springer. I don't know if she was 14, 15, 16, whatever the case may be. She's a teenage young girl. Stand your ground in places that have a stand your ground law. If me and you get in an argument or a fight and I feel I can escalate the force to defend myself. So I can kill you and claim self-defense. I can shoot you. So if you punch me, I can shoot you. That's give me ground to shoot you. If you slap me, if whatever the case may be, it don't just count at home. It counts wherever. So this is why you see most white people taking advantage of stand your ground laws, because they start shit with black folks and then they end up being able to shoot and kill people and claim self-defense. So if Ohio is one of those places that have that, then yeah. So in the initial video, they said that the officer initially claimed that she was trying to stab him. Again, the same thing I said in my live about if these are the facts, then we have problems. If Ohio is a stand your ground law, she should have been able to enact stand your ground because she's a teenager. This lady is supposedly 30 years old, close to 30 years old, coming to her home to assault her, bringing other people to assault her, and she's there. She called the police for help. I don't even know if she knew the police were there. Because they were behind a car. This is my problem, man. Like, people so quick to dismiss this because she had a knife. But again, self-defense. Like, if you're a young girl, and you have women coming to your house trying to fight you, you're calling people, you're trying to get some type of help. That's self-defense. What is she supposed to do? Wait and see if the police come, or wait to see if these girls just finally decide to jump her, or wherever the case may be. It just so happened that at the exact time the police showed up is the exact time she started to defend herself. But it's ridiculous. I do not believe a lot of people are saying, this is the thing about discretion. Like, police officers, and yesterday I was very surprised that whoever that was that did the press conference got on there and talked about how this was a shooting because police are able to defend their lives and the lives of third-party people. So if they thought somebody else's life was in danger, then they can use that deadly force. But again, how does that count within a stand your ground law? I mean, within a stand your ground place? Because then those two cancel each other out, and it seems to me like the police get the one up. I'm saying, in the midst of standing your ground, let's just say if you were getting robbed, right? And you happen to pull your gun and aim it to try to shoot the person who already has a gun pulled out on you, and they pull up and shoot you. You are within your rights to defend yourself in a stand your ground law. I mean, in a stand your ground state. So they seem to me like they have a lot of problems that they should be having right now. And I'm gonna do my my due diligence. Let me grab this gas because I'm like on EE. I got a mask in here. Oh, I gotta have something here. Come on, man. Come on now, man. Come on, dog. Golly, come on, man. All right, got one. So again, don't be so quick to dismiss this shooting as justified because she had a knife. Because under the circumstances, especially when you call the police, if you're thinking of a criminal act and your intent is not defense, you wouldn't contact the police for help. And we got to keep stuff like that in mind. You see, that is pump 6. Yeah, I already know. You know, that's one of the problems with stand your ground, because for some reason white folks can always take advantage of it and we can't, you know, in a lot of cases. But in a lot of cases, you know, I think, let's see, can I get 35 on pump 6?
There. Or type in the car.
I gotta take my glasses off, they fogged up.
No. Do like this. Put it on the screen, this car.
Put it on the screen?
Yeah. Other, like this. Just stick inside.
Yeah, it's always that with us, right? Shoot first, ask questions later. And then when he got out, he was talking to, I'm assuming, yeah, I mean, it had to be the people who were there to jump her. He asked them what was going on, you know. And again, this, you know, I need to get in touch with the family, at least the sister, and kind of get some more details so I can figure out how, you know, if they know these things from a legal standpoint. Because I don't, you know, appreciate, you know, the narrative or people not knowing, you know, I didn't know Ohio was a stand your ground state. So I know a lot of people might just hear she had a knife and feel like that was cool or that she deserved it. But for the situation and the circumstance, okay, I'm gonna get off of here and try to catch that. But yeah, we can't allow that. That's a teenager. And just in regular life, if you look at my caption, I'm saying that there's enough blame to go around. In regular life, please, y'all, adults, stop getting into it with these kids. I don't care how crazy they talk, what they did. Please stop getting into it with these damn kids. Stop doing it. It's just, we got to draw the line with some of this shit. And we got to, you know, in each state, whether it's Chicago, whether it's Milwaukee, whether it's Atlanta, we got to return some rules to this shit. We have to return some rules to this shit. In real life, man, it's just some certain shit, man. We done got away from structure, and we have to return structure to ourselves. Do not get into it with these kids, man. Don't get into it with these kids. Don't pull up on these kids trying to fight them. Don't pull up on no kids trying to bring your nieces and nephews. Because it's been stories of mothers taking their daughters somewhere to fight, and their daughters getting killed. We got to stay out of some of this shit, man. We really have to stay out of some of this shit. I grew up a fighter, and I'm lucky with all the fights I got into that nobody, felt the need to take my life. I said 35. Why the fuck? A lot of this shit, man, we gotta chill and we gotta stop ourselves. She was getting ready to get jumped by 2 people though. Yeah, he gave me 25 instead of 35. That's all right. I mean, 2-on-1. Like, they came there to jump her. Those 2 people came there to do something to her. So I can't totally fault her for that. And again, especially in a stand your ground state, you have the right to defend yourself. I don't know nothing about a man kicking somebody in the head. Maybe I didn't see that part on the video. But as I'm saying, I know a lot of people be feeling like we don't get on ourselves about stuff when we wrong. In a lot of these instances, we not stupid. We know when we doing something wrong.
Waiting for connection.
Or not. Most of the time when this stuff come down to police shootings, it be about transparency. Because we can't trust their word on shit. You know what I'm saying? We can't just trust your word that this shooting was good and they did this and they did that. Because a lot of times you catch them lying. They be flat out lying. So our thing is we want to see all the motherfucking proof before we believe your ass. Otherwise, we got a goddamn problem. You feel me? But the bigger issue, well, I ain't gonna say the bigger issue, because the bigger issue is she lost her life and we need to figure out a way for some type of accountability. They just can't put that on her. They just can't say, well, she had a knife and that's that, and wash their hands of it. It's not that simple, fam. Especially when you are in a state where you have the right to protect yourself. Stand your ground states are made exactly for that. What would I have done? In that moment, I wouldn't have shot her. And it's the other thing. A lot of people are saying they have tasers. A lot of people are saying, and this is my thing, like, one thing I can say, the police, I hate when people always go to training as some type of answer for these. I won't say training. What I will say is the same way they need to refocus on de-escalation, they need to refocus they shooting techniques. They need to refocus their shooting techniques. Because for some reason, a lot of times when they shoot white folks, now you can aim and hit somebody in the hand or the arm or the leg or something, you know what I'm saying? But you pump 4 bullets into the fucking chest mass of a goddamn teenager. That's unnecessary. That shit not fucking necessary. I don't believe that's necessary for that. Now people can say he could have used a taser and it may not have worked. He could have tried to shoot. Because the other thing is, if you got that good of an aim, you shooting at 2 people who fighting. How you know you ain't gonna hit the other person? If you worried about their life and you just shooting in the direction of 2 people who fighting, that's reckless to me. That's fucking reckless to me. You could have killed both of them. So you can't put somebody in more danger and claim you trying to protect their life. That's ridiculous to me. But I do know that a lot of officers claim that they are trained, they try to be technical with their terms. So they'll say, we're not trained to kill, but we're trained to stop the threat. So in their mind, that gives them a pass. I'm going to shoot your ass until you stop moving. Then the threat is stopped. Like, a lot of this shit needs to be very, very clear and articulated about how much force you can use. Like, and when you say people, in this instance you can use deadly force. Listen, I've seen videos, man, where they pump 30, 40, every cop on the scene pumping bullets into people. That shit is fucking ridiculous to me. That's ridiculous to me. I don't give a fuck what the person did. You shooting people and they on the ground, you still shooting. Like, what the fuck? Like, some people body don't die right away. They gonna jerk. They gonna move. Like, come on, man. It's certain shit that's just, as a human being, is fucking unnecessary. It's fucking unnecessary. And I don't get how any person, like, in all honesty, the woman who pulled up to assault, harass, or whatever to her, who just cost her fucking life, her ass, I don't leave it to people they gotta deal with that for the rest of their life. Some people might not give a fuck. I don't like people, and this is one of the reasons why I keep going at some of the people I go at, because some people master that shit. They go around fucking with people and then try to play the goddamn victim. I don't appreciate that shit. This girl lost her life unnecessarily. She didn't go looking for them. She didn't start no shit with them. You came to this goddamn girl house, property, area, whatever the fuck, and was fucking with her. And again, like, this is a teenager. This is somebody who's impulsive. This is somebody whose brain is not completely developed. Like, we're talking about a teenager. But again, they don't see a teenager. She was big. They don't see no fucking teenager when they see us. When they see little boys, they don't fucking think they teenagers. They don't even call them kids. They automatically think like we the greatest, biggest, most superhuman motherfucker ever, and they gotta shoot us 1,000,000 times for some shit to stop. It definitely is. It's tragic because, again, I'm just saying, I don't appreciate people who just gonna dismiss this completely and say she deserved it because she had a knife. It was always noted that she had a fucking knife. There's never a dispute that she had a fucking knife. But if I'm a 16-year-old and I got a 30-year-old and another motherfucker pulling up to my house talking about they finna jump me, what do you think a 16-year-old is gonna do? What will most 16-year-olds do in that instance? You think they finna fight? Or are they gonna grab a weapon? We see these videos all the time. That's like the normal, typical response, especially for a girl. So I get it, but I can empathize because I understand the mindset that it puts them into in them situations. But the problem comes in that them people are responsible for her fucking death. They responsible for that whole situation, and they ass need to be fucking charged for that shit. They need to be charged for bringing their ass over there and doing whatever it was they did to cause that situation to happen. They need to be held liable for that because they are. If you are in the commission of a crime and somebody dies, then you are, what do they call it? I can't remember the legal term right now. But they do it all the time, especially the black boys. You go somewhere, breaking somebody's house, and the police shoot and kill one of y'all ass, and then they charge you with a murder. Listen, I heard somebody else say that from jump. I knew she had a knife. It don't matter who think, because this is the thing about vantage points. Some people can think or if they see her get shot and then they see the knife over there in their mind, even if they didn't see it, they gonna be like, well, the knife over there, she dropped it over there. No, that knife could have flew, it could have flung, but from her vantage point, if she didn't see that, then maybe she thinks she dropped the knife over there. I really don't have time to like go in detail because I don't know detail. I don't know if that's true or not, which is, again, when I first, at the march yesterday, when I first reported this, I said if those are the facts. In any case, that's how I approach it. If those are the facts, okay, we got a story, okay, now we have to see if those are the facts. Whether it's coming from the police or the victims, because everybody got a side of a story. Everybody has a side of a story, and the people need to be transparent, and the police need to be transparent. So I appreciate them right away saying that she had a knife. They never lied about that. Like, I don't, there's nothing in me that will dispute that she had a knife. But under the circumstance, I understand why she would have had a knife. Right. That's like, man, any of y'all can fall in that situation. Somebody breaking in your car and you pull your gun and they roll up and shoot your ass. Like, that could happen to any fucking body. That could happen to anybody. We cannot just dismiss her life like that. I'm sorry. We can't just do that, fam. We gotta be better than that. Our lives, even when we do something that adds to our own demise, we have to have some humanity in that. We have to have some type of empathy in that. And again, we have to self-police, man. We won't need the police if we self-police. Do not take your grown ass nowhere trying to fight or argue with no goddamn teenagers. Please don't do it. Because that, to me, that's immediately a fucking threat, fam. That's immediately a threat. You big and grown as a bitch, and you coming over here aggressively as a motherfucker. Like, that's something that nobody should have to tell anybody. Nobody should have to tell you that. Leave kids alone. Leave kid shit alone. It's too much shit that happen because kids get into it and they can call. And see, this is why I always say, I'm not even gonna do that. But we just have to have some self-policing back in our communities, and we gotta agree to some shit. Just like that shit in Chicago. I don't give a, let me tell you something. If you are so bent to I'm a person, yeah, they probably should be charged with involuntary manslaughter. I'm a person who believes in fighting, because I would rather you get your ass whooped and we try this again another time or some other time when you heal up, but we gonna continue to live, you know? So I've always been in person, I'm gonna beat your ass and then we gonna go from there type dude. Everybody can't handle fighting though. So I don't know what everybody else gonna do, but I say that because if you are so bent, or if you are so weak that you cannot fight a person or talk it out, that you have to catch them driving or catch them at a goddamn store where other people are. Let me tell y'all something about being gangster and tough, fam. It's not gangster or tough to shoot into a fucking crowd of people, fam, that don't have shit to do with what you got going on. If your ass was really tough, you would walk up on that motherfucker and you would dome shot their ass or shoot the person that you're after. You don't need to be spraying up no fucking cars, no fucking businesses, no fucking funerals. Again, man, we have lost our structure. So many of our elders, so many of our leadership has been taken, dead, died from drugs, imprisoned, that motherfuckers just out here making their own goddamn way. I understand. But just because we lack structure don't mean we can't reinstill it. Somebody needs to make the decision that wherever the fuck we at, we need to all sit the fuck down. Y'all know these little motherfuckers over here. Y'all know these little motherfuckers over here. If y'all little motherfuckers over here do X, Y, and Z, this is what I need y'all to do. Y'all need to control these motherfuckers. Y'all need to put some motherfucking rules and regulations on their ass and stand on their ass when they get out of fucking line. That's what needs to happen, because all these innocent fucking kids, fam, all these innocent women, all this shit, like, all this shit is the same. Again, when we talk about policing, if we're able to police ourselves, we won't need to deal with them motherfuckers. We won't need them. We won't need to call them. We won't need to deal with them. We won't need to put up with their ass. It won't matter if they're good cops or bad cops. Because because right now, we're taking care of our own shit anyway. But the way we taking care of our own shit ain't working. It ain't fucking logical. It ain't fucking necessary. Just because somebody talk crazy to you don't mean you gonna spray up their motherfucking grandma's house. Like, whatever the fucking case may be. I don't know who came up with smoking people, ops, and dead people and all other kinds of... Bro, like, I'm a person who believes you let people be who they want to be or who they are. I don't believe in telling another young person, you should wear your hair this way, you should be this way. Be an individual. But some of this shit y'all coming up with, a motherfucker gotta be like, hey fam, that's too much. That's too much. That y'all doing way too goddamn much, and y'all need to stop that shit. Now, if it's out of control and out of hand, but I know it's not, because everybody got a mama, everybody got a grandmama, everybody got uncles, everybody got somebody that they fucking listen to. Everybody has somebody that they fucking listen to. These situations should not be happening. If it's something that we can control, let's try to control it. If it's out of our control, then that's another thing. That's another thing. But we really need to start, instilling this self-policing factor that we are missing. We are fucking missing it. And what people don't understand about the work that I do, that's what I'm trying to do, is reinstill a point where the police don't have to deal with your ass. I'm going to be there to try to de-escalate this shit. Let's talk this shit out. Let's find some other fucking way. Or I'm going to intervene in the shit if motherfuckers don't have the capacity to do it themselves. I'll put myself out there for that. Everybody is not going to do it. But sometimes people need somebody to say, hey, man, y'all chill out, man. Y'all don't do that. Hell no, y'all ain't finna do that. They don't need a million people like, yeah, get that bitch. Yeah, get that. No, if everybody's saying that, then who's going to stop it? Where's the encouragement to stop it? Somebody needs to be the voice of reason consistently. This is why I'll get on here and I'd rather make a joke out of a motherfucker that's doing something wrong than to go do what needs to be done and actually strike their ass multiple times. I would rather do it this way. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm a fighter. I grew up fighting. I grew up beating people up. That's how I handle situations. That's how I instill even my friends. Your ass do something wrong, you get your ass in the street, I'm finna beat your ass, and you can be my friend or not after that. But you not finna just run around here doing anything and putting us all at risk, bro. Like, that's not finna happen. You're not finna be beating up on fucking females. You're not finna be crashing cars and setting shit on fire. Got the police all over here looking for all our ass. You're not finna do none of that shit. That's where the fuck I came from. Regulating shit. As a young kid. Motherfuckers way older than me. I was regulating shit. So that's how I got here. I didn't just wake up one day like, I'm going to start running the community. Like, that's not how I got here. You feel me? Yes, bro. And a lot of this stuff, again, these are impulsive. They are kids. They are kids and teenagers, first of all. Their decision making is not there. A lot of them are affected. I don't know about anywhere else, but in Milwaukee, we have lead problems. They are fucking lead babies. They are crack babies, lead babies. We got corner stores marketing lean to their ass. Like, it's just every fucking thing possible is wrong with them. So yes, there is a lack of decision making or a lack of thinking shit out completely. We know this. It ain't an excuse, but we have to know what we dealing with. But I also know that shit is not beyond repair. It's not beyond repair. Any person that you have their respect, you are able to reach them on a different level. I'm not no old ass man just talking down to you and telling you what the fuck you need to do with your life. I'm not going to approach no fucking body like that. But as a grown ass man who has respect for you and your life, I'm trying to tell you something that's going to benefit you in your life. The shit I'm telling you is going to benefit you for the rest of your life. I'm not just talking down to you. That's why I said, why the fuck are all the activists in Chicago 80 years old? I don't understand that. Who the fuck is going to listen to them? I shared the stuff from the sister. We need elders, but we also need people in the middle. You can't just be old thinking you finna go out here and talk to all the young people and they gonna listen, especially if they don't know you or have no respect for you. And especially if you don't know how to talk to them. You don't know how to not talk down to them. And for those of us who are problems out here in these communities, in these streets, for those of us who lived that life, who bought that life, who came from that shit, that somebody looked up to at one point, we gotta be the ones to go back out there and fix the shit. So motherfuckers can write all these stories and talk about people's past, talk about people's criminal history. Them the same motherfuckers that's gonna help change this shit. Because ain't no suit and tie motherfucker gonna get out here and fix nothing. I'm telling you, they're not. They're not gonna be able to. They liable to get their ass fucked up too out here with a goddamn bruh. If you don't take your it's mindsets. You got people on here complaining about me making videos, right? But I'm not out here pulling up on people with hammers. I'm not out here throwing donated money. You know what I'm saying? Like just splurging and spending and the shit. I'm not out here looking down and talking down to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be doing a whole lot of other shit. And if I go on most of y'all page, the people who talk crazy about the shit that we post, I don't even have to scroll far. You pulling up on people, you calling people kids, bitches, you doing all the shit, but you're talking about me making live videos, making fun of people. Like, come on, fam. This ain't like I'm picking on people or people who don't deserve it. Like, well, I get on this motherfucker and talk about Trump all day long. I don't care if you don't like it. Like, I'm going to talk about how orange he is, how all the shit. I'm going to fucking talk, fam. That's what I'm going to do. Because the alternative, what's the alternative? Motherfucker needs to be pushed in the snow head first is the alternative. All right? But you also have to think you're not dealing with people who are not mentally affected. Y'all are operating from a premise. Let me tell what the fuck is the difference between a white person who grew up with both parents, go to good schools, and they wake the fuck up and kill all their classmates, they parents, they grandparents, they fucking get goddamn they get the motherfucking life insurance money and shit. And what happened? Why did you do it? Mom fixed me oatmeal and I told her I didn't want to fucking eat it. What the fuck is the difference? Why is that person different from these people? Because these motherfuckers getting their ass beat, they getting molested, they getting starved. Come on, fam. Black people don't get no fucking excuse at all, fam. I hate that shit. Everybody looks at us like we want excuses, like we all about excuses. That's our whole life, is to make up excuses. This shit is not excuses. Y'all all across the other parts of the world grabbing and adopting and donating to black kids. Y'all care so much that they fucking starving. But y'all will adopt these fucking kids and y'all will starve them. Y'all will starve y'all own motherfucking kids. Bro, look at the stories that happened in America. Black folks ain't the only people with issues. We have a lot of reason to have a lot of issues, fam. We really do. That's not an excuse. I know a lot of black people. I have a lot of black friends, white folks. So me saying that, you saying that is very different. I've been in a lot of black households, very few white ones, all right? So I know what happens and what goes on and what the conditions is like. So the problem is we looking at everybody to start from a lens as if they are an unaffected, regular person who grows up just fine, don't have no issues, and have the same opportunities as everybody else. No, the fuck we don't. We are not all lying. This is not copy and paste a lie in every state. Like all black people went to a meeting like the police and said, we all gonna say I fear for my life. That's not what's happening here. The same way people can talk about our education. Listen, man, when they refuse to allow black people to read, when they refuse to allow black people to go to college, when they refuse to allow black people to be free, we had geniuses, we had fucking inventors. That shit didn't fucking stop us. Not all of us. It wasn't every other slave that was an inventor. It wasn't every other slave, but some people, for whatever reason, persevered. They probably didn't know how to spell or write, but they ass could invent some shit that y'all ass stole and still use today. So it's the same way with our young people. They are very fucking intelligent. A lot of them are very intelligent, but it's a lot of intelligent motherfuckers who lack other shit. We already know. Listen, all I had to hear was foster parent. That's a whole plethora of issues and conditions that we don't even have to get into. We don't even have to get into that. What happens to people in foster care? My brother, who I just had to help turn himself in, he grew up in foster care. They peeled him the fuck till his mind don't work right. I know what it's like to have brothers and sisters that grew up in them systems, that are affected for the rest of their life by those systems. I'm not stupid. I can see something is wrong. I can clearly see something is wrong. I'm not going to call it no fucking excuse. I just understand this person is a lot more challenged in life than they would like to be. But every motherfucker can't take lemonades and make lemons. Some motherfuckers ain't got no fingers. Some motherfuckers ain't got some motherfuckers ain't got no hands. They got stubs. You know what I'm saying? So they might not be able to squeeze the goddamn lemons. They might just have to sit there with the fucking lemons and bite the goddamn lemons. Some people just are going to have to. Some people are just stuck there. They ain't got no spoons. They can't fucking eat the goddamn lemon with the spoon or dig through the peel. Like, come on, man. Everybody can't pull themselves up by no fucking bootstraps. There's a lot of motherfuckers slapping bootstraps out people's hand. It's a lot of shit happening in our communities that's literally people slapping the goddamn bootstraps out of people's hands. People who are trying to open businesses. People who are trying to go to school. People who are trying to do something with their fucking life. It is definitely stuff happening that will prevent this person no matter what they fucking do. Some people make it through it, yes. But everybody is not going to have the same mental strength. Everybody is not going to have the same level of hope. That's just what it is. My bad. I don't know where bro, if bro's still on here. Will, if you still on here, bro, you wanted to come on. I turned it on, but I didn't see you send no request. But I'm just saying, we got to stop victim blaming. And everybody ain't a victim. I'll say that. Everybody ain't a victim. Every police shooting ain't bad. Because trust me, if you go on my YouTube, I follow this thing that puts out all these different police shootings, and I go through them. I see what happened. I see what didn't happen. I see the excuse they use. I see how they shot the person, how many times they shot the person. I watch this shit regularly. So I know the difference between a shooting that has validation and a shooting that's fucked up and shouldn't have happened. They won't always say that. They'll show the shit to you, but then they'll tell you what to look and how to look at it and make you validate the shit for them. I'm not dumb like that. So, I just want y'all to pay attention to that. Do not forget the case of Antoine Springer, who was shot and killed here trying to defend his family and his after they also called the police for help. You had people 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old being jumped on, literally beat the fuck up. And this person had to go get a gun and shoot in the air to try to help the situation or stop it from happening. And they run up and air his ass out. And the fucked up part about Antoine Springer case is the police was there watching them get their ass beat. They didn't put on the lights. They didn't say, whoop, whoop, stop, I'm the police. They didn't say none of that. But as soon as they heard him shoot that goddamn gun, they ran right up and shot his ass. The person one of the people on the side, they called the police for help. So when I hear these cases, because I've dealt with some of them, I look at and hear this shit from a different lens. So let me help you. Let me help you understand. Again, self-policing factor. We need to have it. We need to instill it. We need, especially in these places where we have these homicides, these shootings, all this type of shit going on. I salute groups that's out there that's actually patrolling, that's actually doing de-escalation work, violence prevention work. If you are seriously doing it, then I salute you. I salute any form of self-policing, of community policing, that ain't oppressive. Like you ain't out there acting like the police without the police, running up on everybody talking about what you doing around here. I ain't talking about that George Zimmerman fucking community policing. I'm talking about real life shit. How you doing today, sir? How you doing today, ma'am? You need help with that? Hey, man, y'all chill that shit out, man. Y'all move around with that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You there literally for the community. You there literally to aid and assist, to protect everybody around that motherfucker, to protect people from people and people from bad police, and vice versa. Do your job, but I'm gonna make sure you do your fucking job right. I salute everybody out here that's doing that work. But we need to educate ourselves. We need to understand what we're seeing. And I don't know it all too, because again, I didn't know Ohio was a stand your ground state. And because it is, that presents a whole nother level of problems for me. From a legal standpoint, they definitely should be able to sue at the very fucking least. I don't know if they have qualified immunity, but they might need to sue the department, the city, whatever the case may be, because you can't tell me I can defend myself and then kill me while I'm defending myself. You can't do that. Which one is it, motherfucker? Can I defend myself, or y'all just gonna run up in the middle of me defending myself and kill me? All right, y'all. I'm gonna go in this house. I got a couple things to get to today, and I'm gonna try to find this family. I'm gonna watch this press conference they thrown, and we gonna get to it, man. Man, peace, much love. Appreciate y'all continue to watch and support. We got a lot of conversation left to have. We got a lot of work still left to do, and that's what it is, man. You know, that's what it is. So be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Please. Much love, man. Peace.